When did the I need sympathy kid go too far? We had this guy, Devin, in our history class who thrived on shock value. He'd fake injuries for sympathy, pop out fake blood capsules during presentations just to enhance the drama, and once claimed he got bit by a bat behind the gym and might have rabies. He didn't even get detention because he'd cry and say it was a cry for help. He knew exactly how to manipulate teachers into thinking he was a misunderstood genius instead of what he actually was, a professional chaos machine. But the real tipping point came during senior year, during our school's annual History Through Drama project. We were split into groups and had to act out major historical events. My group got the French Revolution, Devin's group got the Cold War, and he immediately announced he was going to play Joseph Stalin and do it method style. None of us knew what that meant at the time, but by the next day, he started showing up to school in full military gear, marching down the halls with a clipboard, muttering about capitalist infiltrators. It was funny at first, but then he took it further. He started accusing random students of treason, yelling things like, "You've been compromised by the CIA," and taping fake files with their names on lockers. People laughed, but you could tell it was getting old fast. He even had a red armband and started refusing to participate in any other class, saying, "Stalin doesn't believe in science class." But the day he went too far was the morning of his group's performance in front of the entire school. Devin somehow got access to the janitor's supply closet. He filled a fog machine with water and vinegar and brought in red flashing lights from his dad's garage. He told the tech club he was creating atmospheric tension for the Cold War scene. When the curtain opened, it was full chaos. The stage was filled with fog, loud sirens blaring, red lights spinning like it was a nuclear meltdown. He stormed the stage shouting in a terrible Russian accent, "The bomb has dropped. Comrades, prepare for fallout." His group stood there frozen. No one knew this was happening. One girl burst into tears and ran off stage. The principal tried to cut the power, but Devin had hidden the fog machine behind a painted wall panel. People started panicking in the audience, thinking it was a real emergency. Someone called 911. Within minutes, the fire alarm was pulled and the entire school evacuated. Again, students were crying, teachers were yelling. Devin stayed on stage through all of it, monologuing about war and betrayal until two security guards physically dragged him off stage. He screamed, "Down with the West!" as they hauled him out in front of 600 students. The fallout was immediate. The district opened a formal investigation. His parents were furious. He'd taken his dad's expensive lighting equipment without permission. The fire department fined the school for false alarms and misuse of fog devices, and the auditorium was shut down for 2 weeks for inspection. Devin got a 3-day suspension, but he framed it like political martyrdom. He showed up to school after his suspension with a sign around his neck that read, "Free speech victim," and passed out flyers comparing himself to Orwell. I'll never forget the moment he told a teacher, "You can silence my voice, but not the truth," and got sent to the office again for disrupting class. He never learned his lesson. He just added the whole thing to his college application essay as performance activism. The scariest part? He got accepted to 3 film schools and a political science program. No one really knows what happened to him after graduation, but we all agree on one thing. That was the day the "I crave attention" kid didn't just go too far. He evacuated an entire building and still thought he was the hero of the story.